Now, when we hear of Yinka Odumakin, the first thing that comes to mind is Afenifere, your contribution to the Yoruba struggle days, especially during the June 12th, and you're quite known to be at the forefront of the campaign for a sovereign national conference and autonomy of the Yoruba people in the southwest Nigeria. Now, you're more prominent in what is being seen as a pro-Nigerian campaign. So how do you reconcile your position with in Afenifere and the cause you champion on behalf of the people of the Southwest and the national struggle for Nigeria?
Well, I think there are no contradiction in terms. The Yoruba nation exists within a country called Nigeria. And right from our law, we have never said as Yoruba people that we don't want Nigeria. We have said conditions under which we want to exist within Nigeria, which is through federalism. That we want Nigeria to be run with autonomy for each region to ensure that every region develops at its own pace and then cannot contribute their quota to national development. What we are up against is the unitarization of Nigeria, where we have created an octopus center that breathes down the neck of every nations within Nigeria. And we have not abandoned that struggle. We're going to save Nigeria group. It's also talking about true federalism. But where the question of SNG comes in is the fact that SNG believes that we have to save the country first. And we do the country first, within which we are now asking for the federalism units to be allowed, to have the autonomy and contribute their quota to national development. So they are not present in terms what we are doing, because the SNG, ARG is a component part of SNG, and we believe that we must save Nigeria, change it, and ensure that we have the enabling environment to create a kind of society that function, Nigeria that works. The Nigeria that will work will be a Nigeria that is run on the basis of true federalism, where every component part of Nigeria are allowed relative autonomy to develop at their own pace. Because today, look at it, in Nigeria, everything that has been done from Abuja has collapsed. Nigeria Ways has collapsed, Nigeria Railway has collapsed, NITED has collapsed, NIPOST has collapsed, even Nigeria Football Association has collapsed. Because the center in Nigeria is a symbol of corruption. And the only value that's bringing Nigeria together at its concept today is corruption. So everything touches on the center, by the center, is affected by this bug of corruption. And that's why, with all our resources, with all the money we have made, in the last 11 years, Nigeria has made more money than they ever made in its history. But today, in 1999, the incidence of poverty in Nigeria was 46%. 11 years after so-called democracy, it's 76%. So that tells you that our lives have been going down and down. In 1999, we had 53% pass in WASC exams. In 2010, we are having 98.2% failure in NECO. That tells you that things are moving from bad to worse. And I think to create a Nigeria that works, we must embrace true federalism. But we want to save, because for the role that we played with all our partners in Nigeria and abroad, Liberty Forum, everybody that stayed ready, today, maybe there have even been no Nigeria to be talking about. And the reason why we're also hammering on the next elections to be free, fair, and credible is the fact that if we mismanage 2011 elections in Nigeria, Nigeria may not conduct an election again.
And I've been talking about election. There are also allegations that people talk about PDP as being the main problem of Nigeria. The party is undemocratic, there is absence of internal democracy and what have you. But then people also say there are no credible opposition parties, and they give example of the Action Congress, the ANPP and other political parties. How would you, what would be your suggestion to having a credible opposition party that will be able to challenge the ruling party in Nigeria?
Well, I think that it's all about the critical mass. As they are constituted today, most of the political parties in Nigeria are not different from one another. They are variants of the same thing. And I want to tell you is this. When you look at local government elections, which are presided over, conducted by the states, in the states where NPP is in charge, when they conduct local government elections, NPP takes 100%. Where AC is in charge, AC takes 100%. Where Labour conducts, Labour takes 100%. I think it's because the PDP has more space. They control 28 states and the federal government. That's why people now talk more about the PDP. But I think really for us to have a political party that can take on the PDP and bring about new politics in Nigeria must be a party that's different, radical departure from what the PDP represents, what most of the so-called opposition parties in Nigeria represent. So, and we need a critical mass that can get into such a platform and insist that things must be done in the right way. But as it is today, it's very difficult to say that this is a party that personifies internal democracy. And once you don't have internal democracy in your own organization, that's not can give democracy to the country.
But one of the most criticism that comes across when you go online, you check along the Facebook, social media network, and they complain that most of the activists from the Southwest talk more about corruption, being corrupt people in the Niger Delta and the North. And nothing has been mentioned about corruption within the southwest of Nigeria. How would you react to that?
Well, I think that it may not be correct to make a general statement on that, because at least there are some of us who have ensured that we do not ignore the neighbor poll in our own eyes. Where we're looking at the speck in another man's eyes. We have talked about the situations either in Ogun State, either in Lagos State, anywhere. We have not kept quiet to call a spade and to ensure that we do not bury corruption or look the other way because we are close to either a party or individuals. Because once you do that, you lose the moral authority to say that you are taking national position.
So what would be your message to Nigerians and followers of SaharaReporters.com?
Well, I think that SaharaReporters has done a lot as the best personification of the new media, because both for organs like SaharaReporters, many of the issues that have happened in Nigeria in recent years will not have surfaced, because the media in Nigeria today is under serious censorship. Censorship by government, censorship by media owners, who for their own closeness to government, partnering and the rest, are not ready to publish the whole truth. But SaharaReporters, another medium, have become a kind of outlets for the truth that the government in Nigeria wants to suppress. I want to commend SaharaReporters. I want to encourage them to do what they are doing, and for Nigerians to take more seriously information from this media and support such media, because in a country where the Freedom of Information Bill has been the cooler for years, but for serious network like the new media, like which SaharaReporters, the Facebook and the rest of them represent, the truth will not have been surfacing in Nigeria as they're surfacing on this kind of media. So